Hello, how you doing? I'm going to talk about Andrew, formerly known as Prince Andrew. Now, as you know, he's been stripped of all of his titles, the Duke of York, all of his princely titles. He's been stripped of them, which that surprised me because those titles were conferred on him by his mother, and so that's just like saying, okay, I'm the last born. Everybody knows I'm the last born. My mother knows I'm the last born, and so that title was taken away from me. I'm not the last born. Um, that just surprised me that they stripped the titles that was conferred upon him by his mom, the queen. But anyway, I was surprised at the leadership of Charles, his brother. I was just surprised at his leadership because you're talking about a man who married somebody, who married Diana, Princess Diana, because he was commanded by his mother to marry Princess Diana. He never loved her. He was 33 years old when he married her. He never loved her. Right before the wedding, he says, "I can't do this." I mean, and Princess Diana heard that phone call uh, to Camilla. No matter what happens, I'll always love you. Okay, so she heard that right before they married. So, but she went through with it anyway. That reminds me of a movie I saw about this girl. Blah 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 blah. She married this man. She thought she was a good man, so she married him. Okay, so at the end of the ceremony, blah, they married, and then he turns into a demon, and then she starts crying and everything because she realizes that she had married a demon, and then she cries and everything, and that's the end of the movie. So that reminds me a lot of what Princess Diana went through. But I was surprised at Charles's leadership. He didn't strike me as a leader. Uh, Anybody who marries somebody just because his mom told him to marry it is not really man enough. Not just not man enough, because a man should not marry somebody who their mother chooses. But you know what? There are a lot of men like that who only marry someone because their mama told them to marry, not because they particularly love them, because their mama told them to marry. That's not a man, in my opinion. That's my opinion. But there's plenty more where that came from. It's plenty more wimps where that came from. But Diana had misgivings before she got married. She knew he was still seeing Camilla on the honeymoon. He wore him and Camilla's cufflinks. That should tell you. That should have told her that something is amiss. And okay, so it was a disastrous marriage for both of them. So I was just surprised at his leadership that he would do that. Strip his brother of all those titles and everything. I was just surprised at his leadership. But there's the royal family has a dubious reputation. It just does, and I'm not going to go into that. But I was just surprised that he would make a decisive decision like that. But look, I applaud. There's few of them that got married because they wanted to. William got married because he wanted to. Prince Edward got married because he wanted to. Harry got married because he wanted to, not because somebody commanded them to marry. So I admire that. Okay. Now, as for Fergie, Sarah Ferguson, what I suggest she do is just go into exile, into preferably another country. I don't recommend her writing the books. I don't recommend that she write any magazine articles or anything. I need she just be quiet, go into exile, live happily ever after. Okay, she needs to get. I believe that she needs to get away from Andrew because he's taking everybody down. He's taking the royal family down. Period. He's going to take his daughters down. He's taking Fergie down with him. So I suggested Fergie. They've already kicked her out of the residence. The royal family has never accepted Fergie because she was too wild. But the Americans like her because she's wild like us. But the royal family has never accepted her because they thought she was too wild. Okay, so they got divorced, blah 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 blah. Okay, so she got back in graces with the royal family when her daughters married. Okay, so she cursed to the queen and so on and so forth. But they have one man who was connected to the royal family said Sarah has never been good for any generation of royals ever. He said that. Duh. So Obviously, they don't care where she's going to live. They don't care because they said she has to find her own accommodations. They have kicked her out of the royal family for good. That should give her a hint that they don't want her to have anything to do with the royal family. Bye. And I recommend that his daughters just give up their princess titles because this scandal would never go away. I suggest that they give up their royal titles. I suggest, forget the money. I just suggest they because Andrew's taking everybody down with him. He's taking Fergie down with him. He's taking the royal family down with him, and he's taking his daughters down with him. So they all need to get away from him. They really do. All of them need to get away. I don't suggest that Fergie write any books or any magazine articles. I suggest she just keep quiet. Just go into exile. Bye.